I love a max stack height, super squishy daily trainer as much as the next running shoe nerd. And to that end, what I didn't have on my 2023 bingo card was this shoe. A max cushion foam, stylish upper design, and speedy plastic plate for energy return, all packed into On's thickest midsole to date. This is the On Cloudeclipse, and it is a serious contender for my new favorite daily trainer. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris. I'm a YouTuber that likes to talk about running and running shoes, and today we are going to talk about the On Cloudeclipse. The On Cloudeclipse. This is my first On shoe. I have tried them on in the past, thought about getting them. They seemed a little, honestly, underwhelming. I've tried a couple of their max cushion shoes on. Just wasn't super impressed, didn't feel the need to make the purchase and get the shoe. I have been interested in their super shoe, but haven't picked that up because of the price tag. And then I saw this shoe was coming out, and I thought, I'm a max cushion kind of guy. I like something that's squishy. The stack height is kind of obnoxious, and that's all me. That's where I'm at. And so I decided to go ahead and pick the shoe up, and I have to say the shoe did not disappoint. It's a really exciting shoe. It's a complete surprise to me, to be honest. And that's because the shoe is definitely worthy of being up there with the max cushion shoes that everyone is familiar with, like the Super Blast, Kinvara Pro, which I don't think a lot of people have actually tried it yet. You should go check that shoe out. The New Balance Super Comp Trainer. A lot of those shoes. I've tried on the Hoka Bondi. I think it would fit in there too. But anyways, this is a great shoe for someone that's looking for max cushion, for great support. But what's really surprising about the shoe is how responsive it is, the springiness in the foot. And I think you guys are going to find that this is a shoe you want to pick up. Quick disclosure, this is a shoe that I bought with my own money. No one has had a chance to preview this video or have an influence on any of my thoughts or opinions on this shoe. They are all my own. Thank you very much. Also, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking this video, leave a comment in the description below. Everything helps, really trying to grow the channel, make it as big as possible, and I can't do that without your guys' help. So with everybody that has subscribed already, really appreciate it. It means a lot. Excited to keep going forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's talk about the specs of the shoe. So first of all, the On Cloudeclipse in a men's size 9 comes in at 9.7 ounces. It does feel a little heavier, but then at the same time, because all those little windows are cut out in the foam underfoot, it does have this very cloud-esque feel to it. It doesn't feel as heavy when you're holding it as it is in the specs, but 9.7 ounces. It's got a heel stack of 44 millimeters. 44 millimeters. Compared to other daily trainers that are max cushion, max stack height shoes, this is definitely one of the taller ones. It's got a 4-foot stack of 39 millimeters, so only a 5 millimeter drop, and it shows and it feels like that underfoot. It feels like you are kind of up on stilts, but in a very comfortable, stable way. Some of the technology that is in the shoe, we'll start with the Helion Super Foam, which is really probably the secret weapon of this shoe. The foam it's not the squishiest pillow-like foam you can get today in a shoe. It's not that. And honestly, when you're pushing on it and you're checking it out while you're holding it, I would say that you probably are going to feel like this is going to feel very, very stiff while I run. I'm not going to feel like the energy return in this shoe, but that's not the case. So the way that this has been created and engineered, this is a very springy shoe. There's a lot of bounce back in the shoe. At least in my experience with the shoe, I felt like it was very much catapulting me into the next step with all my runs, which were mostly easy runs, but I did do some speed workouts in this shoe, marathon paces, and it felt like a pretty exciting shoe underfoot. And I think that has a lot to do with the foam. This also has the CloudTech phase technology, which is the computer-generated cloud pods that are put into the shoe. And that's basically, those are the windows that you're seeing in the shoe. The other really interesting thing in this shoe is the speed board. It is a plastic layer in the midsole, and it's there to offer, I guess, the same kind of idea that you would feel with a carbon fiber plate in a daily trainer or a racer, or maybe even like a P-Max plate that you'll see in the Hoka Mach X. It's just there to offer a bit more of a snappy experience, so that when you're picking up the paces, you feel like you're getting a little bit more from the shoe and having to make up a little bit less with just your legs alone. And I think you can feel that. It's not as obvious as what it would feel like in a carbon-plated shoe, for sure. Does not feel like that at all, but it still does feel like it picks up a little bit. And I think that's because when the foam is getting squished down, because where that plate is, it doesn't crease, it doesn't bend as much. So as soon as the foam releases, there's a bit of a pop when you run. And I think that you could feel that when you're picking it up, especially like marathon pace or faster. The grip rubber it's pretty great. I would say that I had no slipping issues. There's nothing super different or exciting when it comes to the rubber that's in this On shoe. The grip is fine. No issues there. It's outsole rubber. It's fine. There's nothing exceptional to this rubber. It was a comfortable shoe. There was no slipping. The upper was really awesome. So it has an engineered mesh upper. It's highly breathable. That is definitely for sure one of my favorite things about this shoe is how comfortable the upper is. It's very roomy. So I wear a men's size 8. I have a very wide foot, but this felt like I actually probably could have gone down to maybe a 7.5 or a 7. There's a lot of room up there, but it wasn't a problem. It was very breathable, very roomy, very comfortable. Also, it's got a knitted tongue, so it's very similar to what you would find in some race day shoes. It's not like a giant pillow, plush, soft pad that lays across the top of your foot. There is some cushioning inside the tongue, but overall it is a very, very comfortable shoe. It does wrap your foot very well. And then also it has these engineered wings, which create a very secure lockdown. These things are really easy to get in and get out of. Some shoes are not that way, but these wings have provided a very quick and easy way to lock your foot down. I did not need to use the runner's knot in the shoe. Everything felt great. The heel felt locked in. Overall, it wrapped my foot well. Very comfortable upper. I'm very happy with the way the shoe is designed. And to be honest, like, it's the Swiss engineering that goes into an On shoe. You kind of expect it to be kind of top tier when it comes to the design and the way it feels, and this is no exception. So what was it like running in the On Cloudeclipse? So like I said earlier in the video, I was not sure what to expect, other than I saw this as a max cushion shoe that was being offered by On. I didn't know a lot about the shoe, but as soon as I got some of the details in front of me, I was like, gotta check that shoe out, and I'm so glad that I did. This is a really exciting high stack max cushion daily trainer. It really feels a lot like the shoe that I can compare this to the most in my personal experience and opinion would be one of my favorite shoes of all time, the Asics Super Blast. So it has a lot of stack underfoot, and I like that, but it's also very stable underfoot. And then it also offers a snappiness, a springiness to your run. And so it allows you to pick up pretty quick. So if I'm going out for just like 6 miles, but I want to go ahead and kick it up to marathon pace, for me it's around 8-minute mile, 750 mile. It does that very well. It's very comfortable. It's very seamless. The foam is very responsive. It does get squishy, it does collapse, but it immediately springs back, which offers that really exciting feel while you're running. It's kind of a louder shoe. It does, you know, clap around when you're running. Some shoes do that, some don't. This is one of them. But again, very comfortable. Throughout the entire shoe, I didn't have any hot spots. I didn't feel like it was rubbing anywhere. I didn't feel like I was having to try too hard to get anything out of the shoe. I was taking off quickly. It was comfortable the whole time. So I would recommend this for long runs, for easy runs, also for marathon pace runs. You could take it to the track. I'm not sure that I would. I think this is really for those long I think this is really for the long run and some marathon pace in between. I think this is going to be a shoe that someone's going to reach for their long runs, for their recovery runs, for their easy runs, and they're going to be able to reach for it for a long time. This feels like an extremely durable, capable shoe, and it's extremely comfortable. Again, the lockdown is great in the shoe. It's easy to get in, get out of. The foam, while it feels pretty firm in your hand, it does collapse and bounce back in a really surprising, exciting way. And I think it's going to be a workhorse for a lot of people, especially those that are going to start their Boston Marathon training here soon. If you're looking for the shoe that's going to be your go-to shoe for the next 2 or 3 or 4 months, this is a great option. It comes in at $179.99, I think, $179.99, something like that. I really recommend this shoe for anybody that's looking for something new, something exciting, something that's going to take care of them for many miles to come. Pick the shoe up, guys. It's a great shoe. Very worth it. All right, so those are my thoughts on the On Cloudeclipse. Super surprising, exciting to have this shoe. It's definitely going into my rotation. It's also a shoe that I'm probably going to wear out and about because it looks so cool. So thanks again for coming to the channel. Again, please consider liking, subscribing, checking out my other videos too. I'd really appreciate that. I've got a couple of really cool videos coming out soon. Head-to-head that I haven't done yet, but I'm going to do that soon. And yeah, some fun stuff coming up. So hope you guys are staying healthy. Stay safe out there. Catch you on the flip side.